Hello, fellow old schoolers. Echo Greg here with round one of the Old Line Joust XPoint event from 2025. If you're not familiar with this event, this was an event that the Old Line crew put on. They're based out of Maryland. This was an XPoints event. 6 rounds held in person. This is under the 2025 rules, so obviously the decks are going to look a little bit different than they're currently looking now with the 2026 points. But it's a great time. Jeff Walker put on a fantastic event, and I'm looking forward to next year's. If you're in the area, you can make it down to Maryland. It was in Mount Airy. Highly recommend coming. So with that, let's get into the decks. So round one had Ben Pirtle up against Nick Westerman. Ben Pirtle is running a red-black Disco Troll Blood Moon hymn deck. His points are 2 points for each hymn, 4 hymns total, and doing the correct one of each art. And then 2 factories at a point apiece, filling out his 10 points. In addition to that, he's got 4 trolls, 4 hippies, a trike, 4 dark rituals, 4 orders. Again, unfortunately, only 3 arts for the order, so can't do a one of each, but he tried. My preference is the Christopher Rush one. I also had that on a t-shirt back in the day, which totally didn't get me picked on at school at all. 4 bolts, 4 blood moons, 2 shatters, fireball, disintegrate, a terror, and then the land, 4 city of brass, 4 badlands, 8 swamps, Hammerheim, 2 mountains, 2 factories, and a strip mine. Proxies were allowed in this event. There is a flipped over card. I'm not sure what that is. You can also see 2 of the badlands or kind of gold borders proxies. Out of the side, 2 additional discs, another terror, 3 glooms, 4 sinkholes, disintegrate, a shatter, and 3 red elemental blasts. So, let's take a look at Nick's deck. Nick is on a mono brown shops type deck. His points are 2 points for the Marked Pearl. He does have a very light white splash here, and then 4 points for workshops and 4 points for factories for his total of 10. In the creatures, he's running 4 Yotian Soldiers, 4 Juggernauts, 4 Trikes, 4 Tetraphus, 4 Su-Chi. Mana Burn is active in this format. 4 Omnulets, 1 Dragon Engine, 4 Argivian Archaeologists, and 4 Tetraphus. He's got a single tome, Taunus' Coffin, Conch Horn, Chaos Orb, Jalem Tome, Rod of Ruin, Curse Frack, Draconian Silex, Fountain of Youth, and 4 Swords to Plowshares. In his sideboard, he's got 2 Ices. I think that's an Urza's Miter, Clockwork Avian, Urza's Chalice, Hive, Primordial Clay, Meek Stone, or that might actually be Might Stone, Felton's Cane, Aeleopile, and a Living Armor. His additional lands is 4 deserts, strip mine, and 8 plains. So, looking at these just off the top of my head, I think Ben's deck is probably favored. He's got main deck shatters. His trolls are, swords will take care of the troll, but the trolls are going to help, gunk up the ground. The ground, they trade real well with a Juggernaut, or don't even trade. They can block a Su-Chi and trike for days. He does have the Archaeologist to kind of recur stuff, but that seems like it'll just be bolt bait or disintegrate bait. Disintegrate also will take any creatures out of Archaeologist range. Hand Destruction and Blood Moon. Blood Moon's not going to do too much damage, it just slows them down, but it will take those factories and deserts out. And then Disc. Obviously, Disc is going to do a number. So that's my prediction. Again, I haven't watched these yet. This event was back in November, so it is now end of March as I'm recording these, so coming in a little blind. So let's get into the games. Alright, so players shuffled up, getting ready. We have Nick on the right in the black sweatshirt. Ben on the left in the flannel. Love that Hazian playmat, and while not old school, Bitter Blossom, just Rebecca Guay is one of my favorite old school artists. So, Nick starts off with a shops into a Dragon Engine, Swamp for Ben, and Nick just plays a Factory, swings for 1, and then drops the Suchi. So very explosive start. This is what the brown shops decks can do. Ben's dropping another Swamp, firing off of him. So Ben, or Nick's got 3 in hand, so that's going to drop him, or sorry, you have 4 in hand, so it's going to take 2 planes and a Tetrabus, and then passes the turn. Nick swings in for 5, and again, Dragon Engine is pumpable, but shops cannot be used to pump, only to cast. Alright, so there's an Onulet. 2/2, when it dies, you gain some life. There's a Blood Moon. That's going to slow him down a little bit, but also will turn on the Dragon Engine because now the shops can tap for red. So he cracks in for 7. See life totals on the screen, but Ben has got to be getting pretty low. Thinking about what he could do. Drops another Swamp. And plays a Pump Knight. Passes the turn back. At least now he'll be able to block, but Nick's got a Chaos Orb. He's activating. Trying to figure out what his best target is. The order doesn't do much right now other than stop the Onlet, but if he gets to untap, yeah, so he's picking the order, clear the path. Ooh, it's a miss. So Ben is, or Nick is cracking in with everything. Ben is trying to decide if he, yeah, blocking the Onulet. Probably give his guy first strike. And he's going to take 5. Yeah, gives it first strike. And then Nick is going to gain 2 out of it. So Nick should be like at 22. Another very expensive mountain from Nick. There's an Old Line or Jousting Arena. There was a card specially created for this event. It's basically a City of Brass without the tap. You have to tap it for mana to have it do the damage to you. But it also has Arena built into it. So kind of fun thing for that. Alright, so there's a Shatter for the Suchi. Nick throws the floating mana into the Dragon Engine. And then Ben swings in for 2 and drops another order. Yeah, So Nick swings in with the Dragon Engine, Ben blocks with the New Order, throws it away. Looks like there's a Disintegrate in Ben's hand. Yeah, tap it for Disintegrates a Dragon Engine, which again removes it from the game and then cracks in for 2. No play from Nick, so then Blood Moon is doing some work, shutting off those shops in the factory. And then Nick doesn't have any white mana currently. Did have that Plains hymned out of his hand early on. So there's another swing for 2 and another hymn. So Nick dropping back down to 2 cards. He loses a book and a Tetravis. He does get to play Yoshin Soldier though, so again that's not going to match up very well against a Knight with 3 mana. He can make it a 3/1 and first strike. There's another Knight. Or Order. Ben just thinking about what to do here. No, he's going to just pass back. So yeah, no profitable attack there to save his guy up to block. There's another Factory Mountain. He is up to 4 mana, so he can cast some of his stuff like Suchi. The book's already in the yard, but it's been playing a hippie. Ocean Soldier's not going to do much against that. There's another factory. And a pass back. So Nick is slowly drawing into, really needs 6 for his deck. That's can get to Trike, and then cracks in with a hippie and hits another Tetravis. So Tetravis would be another great one to get into play because that would shut down the hippie. So there's another soldier, again keeping those orders at bay, but not doing anything about the hippie. So swings in for another 2 and gets rid of an Archaeologist. Ben's going to drop a city and just pass back. There's a plane, so he does have white mana now. If he draws a swords, can use it to stop that hippie. But no other cards in hand, so hippie's just swinging in for 2. There's a desert. Again, another mountain with Blood Moon. Ben plays an actual mountain of his own and cracks in for 2. Nick draws a Suchi. He has to be careful now because if that Suchi dies, there is nothing to put the mana into. So he will take 4 mana burn. Yep, another crack in. Yeah, and there's a shatter, and yep, he's going to take 4. Things looking real bad. Yep, and Nick just scoops it up. And we go to sideboards and game number 2. So, yeah, going back to the decks real quick. Ben obviously going to be bringing in that shatter. He saw the white, so he might bring in the gloom. Terra doesn't seem like it's going to do much. That probably comes out. Probably also wants to bring in a couple more discs. Nick did not see trolls or discs in game 1, so he might not be bringing in any artifact hate. Ben did see some white, so he might think to bring in glooms. Not sure. Nick's sideboard doesn't really have much. Doesn't have any artifact hate or anything like that. No additional creature things in the sideboard. So, Pile is probably worth bringing in for the hippie and the knights. Clockwork Avian is another flyer, and probably the Ices. Maybe in the Primordial Clay to turn it into a flyer. So, Not a whole lot of stuff in the sideboard that really jumps out as being worth bringing in. But we'll see. Yeah, you can see he's pulling out some things and shuffling up. And I guess, yeah, the Rod of Ruin and Fountain of Youth and stuff, those are in the sideboard. And I was doing the deck list, just looking at where they were placed. Thought they were part of the main deck, but nope, they're sideboard. So those are smart ones to bring in too. Rod of Ruin will definitely do some work against those knights. Right. So they finished sideboarding, shuffled up, and taking a look at their opening hand. Nick is most likely on the play, having lost that. Yep, he keeps, starts off with a factory, and passes. There's the Joust. Then he's going to tap it, take a damage, Dark Ritual, and Hippie. Oof. So Nick better hope he has a swords in hand. He's got a desert. Oh, but there's a pile. So he's going to take one hit from it. But at least he'll be able to stop the Hippie from running away with the game like he did last time. Then cracks in for 2 and hits an Archaeologist. And there's land drop on a turn. He's going to play a mountain and just pass. There's a second desert, so that'll also real help with the Hippie. And then just passes back, deciding not to use the pile just yet. Then thinking through his plays. Another Blood Moon here would be pretty devastating, but doesn't look like he has one in hand. He does play a Hammer High Mount. And he just passes the turn. Yeah. Pile shoots down the Hippie in the turn. There's a Yoshid Soldier from Nick, and a pass back. So Nick did miss a land drop, which again is pretty painful in the big mana artifact deck. Lots of stuff needs 4 or 6. And there's a Troll. And he does have the Swamp, makes it a 3/3, and he's got black mana open right now. So no attack, another land drop missed by Nick. Just passing back. There's a Swamp from Ben. Thinking through whether he wants to attack here. See Icy in Nick's hand, so he definitely did bring in at least one Icy. Nick tapping for playing a disc. Yeah, so it's all coming together for Ben. But he does not attack, he just passes back, preferring to stay on defense. There's a Draconian Silex from Nick. And he passes back. Ben does have the Disintegrate in hand, can't see much else. Yeah, he's regenerating and blowing up the disc. So, not sure why he didn't attack first, but either way, Nick's board is gone. Oh, and there's a Hippie taking another damage from the Joust. Nick finally draws a 4th mana, and it's a white source. He does have an Archaeologist in hand, which he can't get out yet. It does take 2 white. But he's got a Jug, it looks like, and an Icy, and a Trike, and can't tell what the last card is, but deciding, I think, between the Jug and the Icy. And yep, plays the Icy. That's what I would do too. Jug is just going to get stonewalled by the Troll, and since it has to attack, it's going to run into the Troll. We'll take some damage here. Ben cracks in for 5 and hits a card. He hits the Archaeologist. Again, probably the best case there for Nick. Having an Archaeologist in play, being able to recur things that are lost would be nice, but he doesn't have the mana yet. And the other cards in hand, like the Trike, are much, much better. Clockwork Avian looks like the last card. So, another missed land drop for Nick. Passes back. He will be able to tap something down, and then he's got 2 deserts. Yeah, you know, tap the Troll down and say, go ahead and attack with the other guys. You'll get damage in, but then I'll desert him. So, we'll see if Ben takes that invitation. He does. Alright, so Nick is gonna take 4. Gonna lose a card from his hand. Should be losing a card. Looks like they're not playing Desert correctly. Desert can only be done after damage is dealt. So, looks like they missed probably some damage and the discard there, but that's magic for you. So Fireball to the face. It's got to be getting pretty low here. He does draw a 5th land though, so that's going to let him play out the Jug if he chooses and keep mana open for the Troll, which he does. Or sorry, mana open for the Icy. Oof, there's a Blood Moon. See if he plays it out now or waits. Alright, he does go to combat. Nick taps down the Troll. Ben's trying to figure out if he wants to attack with the Order as well. He does not, so he just moves to his 2nd main. Yeah, leave that swamp on top. Oh, he disintegrates the Juggernaut. Wonder if they're talking about when this is done, whether it's still in pre-combat. Yeah, it looks like there's maybe a judge there talking through how this. Yep, so Disintegrate takes out the Jug. And then he cracks him for 2. Yes, they did at least wind it back a little bit. And then, yeah, I guess that must have been enough. Bolt to the face, and that is round 1. So, Ben picks up the win, 2-0. Fun, entertaining matches. Thanks to everyone for watching, and I'll be back soon with round number 2.